Hello dear friends and viewers, my name is Lauren Mutuku. Welcome to BEA-M Media at the Psycho-Spiritual Session. So today we'll be talking to Father Koffi Firmin, who is a psycho-spiritual counselor. He'll be talking to us about single motherhood. He will tell us the advice, the consequences, as well as tell us the causes of this single motherhood. So take a look.
Hello my dear sisters and my dear brothers, and welcome to this program on BEA-M Media. Today our topic is about the single mothers, and before I start I would like to tell you that this is not so exhaustive because it is very few moments, but it's just to tell all of you that this topic is so important, and we all need to have a look at it and try to discuss it because it has a lot of content on it. And one of the things that I would like to mention today about single mothers is that as we talk about single mothers, when we will look at the causes and the consequences and even some advice that we can provide, you will see that even we can also talk about single fathers. But today, let us focus on single mothers. What could be some of the causes of single motherhood? One of the causes of single motherhood could be a premarital child. If a lady gets a child before getting married, that could be a very important cause for that lady to be a single mother taking care alone of her child with her. The other cause that we can talk about it is also maybe separation and divorce. If a woman and a man, they come together at a certain point, and even in their relationship they got they get one or two children or even more, and at a certain moment because of disagreement or maybe some conflict in the family or in the among the partners, they can separate and they can divorce, and at that moment the children will be most probably, or in many situations, with the lady, in some situations with the man. But if they remain with the lady, at that moment the woman becomes a single mother, and she really needs to try her level best to bring up the children. Now, a third reason or a third cause that we can mention here today is also related to being a widow. So being widow can be another cause of single motherhood, because if the lady is possibly with the husband, and none of us is eternal in this world, the husband passes on, automatically the lady becomes a widow, but at the same time a single mother, and at that moment she will need to be able to bring up the children. These are some of the major causes that we can have related to single motherhood. But in all these three that I have mentioned, you will realize that some of them, or even all of them, can go with maybe a lack of commitment, because sometimes some of the divorce among the couples is because one partner is not so committed to the relationship, and that can make the relationship get broken. We also have maybe early pregnancies. Many early pregnancies have led many women to be single mothers. That these things also could be related to maybe the concept of family that some people today they have. Sometimes even you can listen to some of our sisters of today saying that I need a child. I can have just a man. I get a child with him, and then we each one goes his or her own ways, and that also creates the phenomenon of single mothers. And we have so many other that could be related to these three main causes that I have named. Now, with all these causes, what could be some of the consequences? You know, some of these consequences could be stereotyping, because now we are seeing many single mothers being stereotyped and even not being given responsibilities simply, or even some jobs, simply because they are single mothers. And even in the environment, that woman can be looked at as if she's not of good morality. So that stereotyping could be there. They can even, some people even can start thinking that that lady is not serious in a relationship. This is why maybe the husband or maybe the partner left her, and so on and so forth. Another consequence to this could be related to the child that now is born. Because that child that needed two figures, the father figure and the mother figure, at that moment has only one figure, which is the mother figure. So it is at that moment almost like automatic that there is something that child will lack. And one of the most important things that child will lack in the upbringing should be is authority figure. Because usually when we talk about life in a couple, we talk about the mother as the one who brings affection, the one who is there, very tender, but the father also comes up as the one who really comes with authority, and that will normally help the child to have that sense of authority. So if the child grows with a mother that is single and the father is not there, there could be that problem of authority. And then later on when that child now grows up, we can see that that person can have a problem with authority. Many times these days you find out that there are some young men or young ladies that they have, even in their jobs, when they have a job or when they are working somewhere, they have problem with the authority figures. Sometimes we don't ask ourselves what really brought that, but one of the possibilities could be that possibly that young man or that young lady grew up in a context of where he grew or she grew with a single mother. So the authority figure was not there. And then if we will also see that even that person can have sometimes the sense of not also being a real authority. Not only having problem with the authority figure, but have that difficulties in being a real authority, either in case he or she needs to build a family, have that problem in the whole context of the family. So these are some of the consequences. We can have so many other consequences that we can mention, but one that I want us to pick today is that authority figure that can be there. So this is a small intervention that I wanted to have, especially about the causes and the consequences of single motherhood. Now, which advice can I give to each one of us? I think one of the simple advice that I will say is to tell our young sisters and brothers that they need to pay attention to their relationship, to who they commit themselves to, or if at all there is commitment, no? But to know which partner they need to choose for their life, and also to not to be so much in a hurry. There is not so much hurry to get into even sexual relationship with a man or with a lady. We need to go for that when we also feel like there is a kind of preparation and also readiness. Because sometimes they enter into those relationships not to really be really ready for that. And in case there is a pregnancy at that moment, even the boy that did that is saying can even refuse that pregnancy, or he's nowhere to be found, and the lady is just left alone, maybe with the parents. And that brings all that. So not to be in a hurry, also paying attention to the relationship. And also I am calling upon either the young men and young women to be committed. anytime you make a relationship, know that that is already a commitment, and then you need to give yourself fully to that relationship, not to break up. We can, if we talk about also separation, we can say that sometimes it is also related to that wrong choice of partners. So we need to know with who we are really engaging ourselves into any relationship. So may God bless all of you and help those who are suffering from this challenge of today called single motherhood, know that they are not alone, that no matter the situation they are living in, they are also loved, and there are people who are there to accompany them. Children also who are growing into this context, know that you are not alone, that there are other people who are there interested in helping you, in supporting you to grow up well and to become models in life and in your environment, in your context. So thank you very much, and see you next time.